So I finally had a chance to perform original songs and in the concert form. And that was the first time in 5 years. I have to say that that was also a really interesting experience because first of all, I decided a week or two before the concert that I was actually going to perform those songs and with a backing track. Because this summer I mostly played gigs or concerts with a duo concept. To me it made sense to perform those songs from my songwriter catalog because they are a lot easier to perform with an acoustic guitar because I can just tune the guitar and just play and sing those songs. In August I had this concert. We basically booked it and I was already really nervous if anyone was going to show up to see me performing in my hometown because I've had experiences already when no one showed up. So I really wished that there was going to be a different take of or experience. And luckily we managed to fill up the room with the audience. So I think there wasn't really any more spots. So I think it was like fully booked show. And yeah, for that I was really lucky to be able to have audience for my music. But when it comes down to planning the whole concert, it was a little bit tough for me because I wanted to pick up the songs from my catalog that are already they're really good songs, show what I can do with electric guitar and not really going too much into a certain genre or type of playing. So what I decided to pick up was Echoes from the Past because it's the song that I just need to play with a backing track. And it's kind of like a fusion song, but also one of the really first songs that I ever wrote. And then Summer is Coming because it's, first of all, it's like a fusion song as well. And I performed it in my audition to Denmark. And part of my concerts is telling my story as a musician and stories behind those songs. So The Summer is Coming was a really natural choice for that. And then I decided to perform the song Lost because I wrote it during my master's studies and it was my take of performing academic metal music. Because yeah, I was doing a master's degree and it was kind of part of my studies as well. The song itself, I wanted to implement all the music theory that I got and make this a really fast-paced metal song with quite an intellectual approach. So that's why I decided to start using a little bit more the term academic metal because first of all, you don't really hear metal musicians or hear about the metal musicians that are educated or educated in a level that is really high level of education, especially here in the Nordic countries. So yeah, that's why it made most sense to start using this term with the music. But also I wanted to end the instrumental set of my set or concert with a new song, Letting Go, because that song has been around for a while and I finally decided to give it the kind of treatment that it deserved. I wrote it a long time ago, but now once I have evolved as a musician and songwriter and producer, I decided to do a little bit twists to that song and I think it's now a lot better. And that's actually going to be the next song that I'm going to release around October, let's say that way. So it's quite soon. So yeah, that's kind of my impression about performing songs with backing tracks. Of course, the song Lost was a little bit too low on the volume first, so I failed it, as you can see here. the volume was right. I think I managed to perform it quite well. I hope you enjoyed this little idea about performing the first time those instrumentals. I'd have to say I was really nervous if I can really perform them, because I've been having issues with my hand. A little video about that later on, and yeah, you'll hear about that. I'd say the acoustic guitar has been, yeah, it's a beast to play, but I was a little bit nervous because of that. Also, if I have enough technique, if the audience is going to like those songs. They really liked it, but yeah, other than that, I'm really happy that I finally performed my songs, got an audience that really loved it. So I can't really be more grateful about that. And that's kind of part of my mission. I want to create music that really resonates with the audience and do that more. So if you really like my music, please hit thumbs up, subscribe for more content. Check out my music on Spotify as well. That helps me a lot. The link is down below. And yeah, here are a few performances from that gig. I really hope you enjoy those, and yeah, stay tuned for more content about the new song and other stuff related to being a professional musician here in Finland. Thanks a lot for watching and enjoy these songs. Bye.